restores excellence, activates talents too, encourages spiritual transformation in you. God restores excellence, activates talents too, encourages spiritual transformation in you.
Hotel family, I greet you in the name of God and the ancestors in whose footsteps I most humbly walk. I am Brother Harush of Uccn, aka Brother Umoja. We are here down at Ted Paul in the southern parts of St. Lucia on the island to say our goodbye message. And I got someone standing next to me that's had to squeeze her way up into my stuff. The vice president of PIFF, my lovely wife, Dr. Kathleen Walls. Hey, Dr. Walls.
Hello, everyone.
So we are here to do our closing message, and I promised Maureen Fontenelle, who happens to be my cousin, I told her I was going to calm down and do it here because she's been so supportive. It's interesting to have a family member you have never met in your lives come in and start to help you build something for our people here in St. Lucia as born Lucians. So we're here at Ted Paul to send our thank yous out to everyone who came out. We're going to thank Digicel, who was major sponsor this year, put money behind us to do the commercials and a lot of other things.
Yes.
I'd like to thank Louise Victor from Digicel who walked with us this whole week. Thank you, Louise. We also want to thank the Blue St. Lucia Hotel. They've been with us from day one, 3 years ago.
Yes.
They've been with us, helping us, supporting us. I mean, they give us the whole run of the hotel, and we thank them for that. Who else do you want to thank?
Friends of Joe Davis.
Yes.
Back in the States.
Yeah, Brother Joe Davis, who's a businessman in the U.S. and also does a lot of business in South Africa. He pulled his checkbook out and wrote us a check to help us down here.
Yes.
So, Mr. Davis, thank you so much. I know you want to do some work in St. Lucia, so we're waiting for you. When you're ready, come on down. There's lots of space here for you, Mr. Davis.
Right. Adil with Spice of India and Masala Bay.
Brother Adil. Well, first and foremost, Brother Adil, congratulations on your new addition to your family. You and your wife love your new baby boy. Thank you so much for supporting us. Last year you sponsored our Welcome to St. Lucia dinner, and you did also this year. So we thank you so much for supporting us where you can. And it's always good to see you and be at your restaurant.
Yes.
And I say to you in the Islamic tongue, Alhamdulillah.
We also have all of our PIFF family.
Ooh, that's a lot.
And it's a lot of people who came down to make 2016 an incredible and memorable year.
You want to start from the furthest and come in?
Sure, go for it.
So we're going to start with the furthest. The country that traveled the furthest for us this year was the country of Botswana, which is right above South Africa. We want to thank them for sending Sister Moiti to work with us this year from Botswana. The interesting thing about PIFF, we talk about a multi-trillion-dollar industry. From what I understand that St. Lucia does not have a tourist board in Botswana. But through PIFF and filmmaking, now the people of Botswana know St. Lucia. We'd like to thank Mr. Makoba. We'd like to thank the Department of Youth and Health, Sports in Botswana for helping her, bringing her over here. And the family, but
her villagers,
that's what I'm going to say. The thing is about Ujima, collective work and responsibility, that brings the village, brings the family. So all the people of Botswana for helping bring her to St. Lucia.
Thank you.
You gave your prayers. Some of you get financial assistance. Big kudos up on Facebook. I see you guys hitting up on Facebook. So all the people of Botswana who understood that sending her here is not only for her, but it's for you because she brought the Botswana flag.
Yes, she did.
Not just herself, but she brought a flag of Botswana to St. Lucia. And we thank you for supporting her and sending her to St. Lucia to work with us. And you're going to see the video. She did a really good job.
Yes,
she ain't bad. You guys picked someone. You picked a pretty good person to rep you guys.
That's right. We now know that Botswana is the land of beef, tourism, and diamonds.
I can do 2 out of 3.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. What else we got to thank?
Oh, goodness. We have the UK.
Oh, wow. We got Desiree.
Reese
for coming down. Thank you so much for coming down and working with us. Never met her before. Only a month ago, Maureen Fontenelle told us about us, and now she's here working. She's part of PIFF now.
She is.
Kamaya.
Kamaya Lizette.
I call her Princess Kamaya, who gave us a piece. Now, for those of y'all who have issues like me with domestic violence and men putting their hand on women disrespectfully, You need to watch this piece, Silence. When she releases this, watch the piece, Silence.
Yes.
Powerful, powerful piece you did. World premiere here in St. Lucia with it.
And
Awesome.
she did it with Fiona Compton.
Yes, Miss Compton, who is related to Sir John Compton, the father of our nation. So you know, Piff is just touching stuff that can't touch this. Can't touch this. But you know, thank them so much. You know, who else we have?
Well, we also have Barbados.
Oh yeah, Clish Gittins coming over from Barbados. Thank you so much, brother Clish. H2O is his movie.
Yes.
The importance of water in the Caribbean. It was really good to see someone do
Yep.
a movie, a documentary about
Yes.
that. He's on his way to Trinidad with it next.
That's
Thank you
correct.
so much, brother Clish Gittins.
Dominica. So much from Dominica.
Wow, so much. You have Dr. Dublin who came over from Dominica. I mean, now this man spent his own money.
Yep.
Flew over, hotel, everything, took everything
Yes.
to support what we're doing because he sees the importance of PIFF, not only in St. Lucia, but the Eastern Caribbean. So I want to thank Dr. Dublin for doing that, for coming and blessing us with his spirit.
Yes.
You know, he came over for the Marcus Messiah Garvey's celebration. Happy birthday to Messiah
Yes.
Garvey,
Yes.
129 years old.
That is correct.
So we'd definitely do that.
Yes. Also representing Nellie and her family.
Yes, you know, I do work in Dominica because of Nellie Starr, and we lost her last year, about a year, almost not even a year yet. That we lost her in a house fire. I lost her and brother Trevi in a house fire in Dominica, and she was supposed to perform for us last year.
Yes, she was.
So you know, for
This
I
year
was
we had her documentary and several of her videos.
Yeah, Michelle, the brother Michael, who's from France, who did the documentary on her. Thank you so much. And you know, all the work I do in Dominica, I do it in memory of Sister Nellie because she was very instrumental in bringing me. She was the one who brought me to Dominica.
And we've been able to work with Vibes FM. So thank you, Mr. Lawrence, for all of your help and support over the year.
And so, and all the people at Vibes FM who helps when I do the show in Dominica. Thank you so much.
Sunday.
Every third Sunday of the month, we do a show in Dominica, a live show radio in Dominica. Thank you so much for that. Who else we have?
Oh my goodness, we
Before
have
there's
One Single Rose.
Now, if you guys don't know who One Single Rose is, go to Facebook and put Rosemary Wilson in, and you're gonna find out who One Single Rose. That's all I gotta say. I can't. I can't explain her.
No, you have to experience One Single Rose.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we experience it, and St. Lucia will never be the same again.
Be And V. Shane Frederick.
Oh man, V. Shane Fredericks.
Yes.
Here's a brother who's third generation jazz. Father was, and he came to St. Lucia and did a workshop for us. And no, St. Lucia is known for St. Lucia Jazz and Arts, and I'll put a challenge out to the St. Lucia Tories, but they need to bring him in for St. Lucia Jazz and Arts because this brother is awesome, dynamic, unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time.
You talk about jazz, you know, he's the embodiment of jazz.
He is.
Yeah, definitely. So that was really good.
Yes. And then we have our movie stars and directors and filmmakers.
Yeah.
We have Tanya Thompson.
Yeah, Tanya Thompson did a great job. She scoured the island for her next movie that they want to shoot. They want to shoot. This is the thing about PIFF. We talk about PIFF, about bringing filmmakers here and then having them do mentorship programs and internships and use the skills and talents to help elevate this multi-trillion-dollar industry in St. Lucia. Well, this is the second year we've done this.
Yes.
And this year we brought us not just a producer, we brought a producer, a director, and we brought movie stars
and
with
a producing team.
Producing team.
Will Coggins Sr. and his entire team
came down.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a lot that's happening, you know, working with Xylo on the island and working with a lot of my brother Schwa.
Yes.
One of my big brothers here on the island, brother Jerry George.
My
big brother.
Yes.
Yeah, the first gentleman.
Gandalf St. Clair.
Elder. He's an elder.
Yes.
He's a respected elder on the island, and he is helping me put the Creole into PIFF, which is it's a part of who we are.
Yeah.
So as you can hear us talking about, PIFF is not about competition, it's about collaboration.
That's right.
And that's what we're doing. We're collaborating globally with people who want to work with us.
And
but check this out.
Go ahead.
If you want to collaborate with us, I'm dead serious. The one rule, you know, the one rule I got zero tolerance for, it cannot disrespect our women.
Yes.
If you're doing something that disrespect our women, this house is not for you. Just pass by. Just pass on by.
Walk on by.
Walk on by, huh?
Yes.
I like it. Yeah, let's walk on by. But if you want to work with us, get your stuff right. Give us something that doesn't disrespect our women. The story still can be a sensitive story, but a respectful, because my wife is a clinical psychologist, so she'll look at it and she'll say, She says, sorry, I can't help you.
That's right. That's right. You know, one of the things that I do enjoy about PIFF is that We do collaborate, and we work with people of all ages from many different nations. And the young people this week, working with Corinth
Wow.
and Miss Kwashi and Miss Cox and all of the students there. The youngest was 4 or 5 years old,
Wow.
all the
Yeah,
way
awesome.
up. Yeah, they were
Awesome.
incredible,
Yeah,
and
awesome.
bringing in French. Ruby
My
and Ruby's
stepson,
son.
my
Yes,
adopted son.
yes, our adopted son, Ruby's
Yeah.
son. It's amazing to work with all of these different people. Jacinth, Supfin, Atif, Lanier. It's just all of these different people.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting. We brought these people in, and within the next year, they're gonna blow up. Mostly Jacinth. She has like so many movies coming out.
Yeah.
So we had an opportunity. Those who got a chance to meet her, get autographs, pictures with her. Very soon you're gonna see her on the big screen making some serious moves.
Yeah.
And you could look back and say, I got a picture. I met her. Here's a sister who's born in Jamaica, lives in the U.S., and she came to St. Lucia to work with
That's
her.
right.
Very important. We look at all these things as we
and
look
we
at
look at her growth. The reality is all of them are in the process. We look at Jacinth's growth. Last year she was a part of PIFF. She was in a short, and she was what's the word that I'm looking for? She wasn't the lead actress.
No,
she was just
a co-star.
Yeah, she was a co-star. She was only in there for a few moments, and this year she was the lead actress in 3 movies, and is in the process of making more.
And she just won an African Oscar.
She did, for Most Promising Actress, and she's nominated for Best Lead Actress for the African Oscars. So it's just PIFF is working with so many different people to help them in their careers. But also to bring economics to the island of St. Lucia.
In the Eastern Caribbean.
And showing people and teaching people about what goes on in front of the camera, like here, as well as what goes on behind the camera.
You know what? Our theme song is perfect for this.
It
I
is.
want to hear you
roar
like
a lion. I want to know you're free. Champion.
Like a purpose. I'm not singing. I just remember what it says.
Okay. Who said it? Who sang it? Who did that song?
Two Lucians.
Get out of here.
Two Lucians. Lord have mercy, my soul, boy. Awa. Lord, awa. We have Zylo.
Yes.
Who's based in St. Lucia. And we have Kamaya based in the UK from St. Lucia.
Yes.
So we want to hear you raw, Lucians.
That's
like
right.
a champion, you are.
That's right. And we also have to give special hellos to Miss Shalon Day, who did the cover art.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
In the late 90s, mid-90s, when Sir John Compton, the father of the nation, asked Lucians to come home and help make our land better, my mom came back after she retired, and her thing was, what am I going to do? I'm retired. I don't know what I'm going to do. But she came back and she said, let me see what I could do. But the interesting thing about this is my mom brought me back, right? And so as we look at this, Sister Sharon, we reached out to her. I said to her, can I have one of your pictures for our thing? After she heard what we were doing, she called me. She said, no, I had to do something from scratch. Yeah. So you saw the artwork that we used this year in PIFF. It was done for PIFF. Yeah. It wasn't someone did something and gave it to us. No, she heard what we do specifically for PIFF. She did this. She
even painted the PIFF logo
inside there.
Yeah.
And this is a sister who's from St. Lucia who lives in Canada. And I just want to tell her thank you. Thank you because, it was just awesome.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And then we have the brother from Chazelle.
Carade Felix.
Yes.
I sent him the images of 27 sisters. The one behind the camera is on it. The one in front of the camera. The two of them over there.
To the side of the camera.
They're in it.
Yes.
And he's actually painting a portrait of 27 women from this year, and the piece is called Champion. It's going to be in the video we're doing.
Yes.
So we talk about collaboration, talk about Ojima, collective work and responsibility. That's what PIFF is about. That's what St. Lucia is about, the Eastern Caribbean. Because it's not only St. Lucia, it's the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. And what we can do here to invite people to come to St. Lucia, come to the Eastern Caribbean. Let's see how we can work and make things work.
And one of the things as we talk about with PIFF is that it is a collaboration. And it takes all parts, all people to come together. So we have the everyday person. We need their help. And we work with them. We have the businesses. We have the government. And by working together collectively, we're able to have a successful event. And so we thank the hotels and the transportation people who worked with us this year, like the Blue St. Lucia,
Mm-hmm.
like Charles in Charge,
Charles in charge.
and various drivers who helped us, Thomas
Mm-hmm.
and Papo. All these
The
people
who
help
helped
us to get
yes.
around the island safely. These are
Safely.
people that we
Mhm.
can call on
Yes.
and that we can
No,
also
no,
help
we
our
call on,
people.
yeah, not only that we call on them to help us. When we're in this, when I'm in the States and someone asks me if they come into St. Lucia,
That's right.
I give their phone numbers out.
All the time.
I give their phone. And
Yeah.
someone we definitely got to talk who we have mentioned him. He's been with us from day one. That's Kendall John from the AVFA.
Yep.
AVFA has been with us from day one, from jump. And Kendall is a big supporter of what we do on the island. He helps us with so much.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see his face a lot, but his hands is in the mix. And I just want people of St. Lucia to understand that. If you see AVFA Kendall John, just thank him, because as PIFF gets bigger, he's an integral part of PIFF and what we do in PIFF.
And you know, I'm so glad when you said integral part. And this is the part where sometimes people forget those people behind the scenes. Like we talked about Louise Victor, we met years ago,
Yeah.
and worked with her, and she worked behind the scenes in order for us to be able to work in with Digicel now.
Yes.
We have people like Mustafa, who has, you know, artists like Oscar, yes, and Cleopatra, you know,
That's a nice
and
voice,
Kishma,
nice voice.
all of these people who are doing things. My Chinese wine.
Oh, okay. I'm Justin.
Yes. These are people who are always working for us behind the scenes. Lovely.
And don't forget my boy, All for Jesus.
Yes,
AJ,
Chayla Mendez.
All right, yeah.
You know, our new soccer size teacher.
That's okay.
You know, all
Soccer
of these
size?
people. I'll show
man.
you later, baby.
Oh.
So
I gotta
these are
go.
all
Time's up.
these are all people who are constantly working
Mhm.
behind the scenes in order to make sure that PIFF is happening. You know, we have to say thank you to the governments for securing the cinema for 2 days this year, and for also providing transportation for many of our PIFF team as well.
Yeah, I think that's important that people understand that is a collaboration
It
between many
is.
different parts that we're doing what we're doing, and it's only going to get better
Yes.
if those parts grow.
Yeah.
And so we're putting a challenge out to the people of St. Lucia, to the government, the private sector, the everyday people. If you think you would like to be part of a multi-trillion-dollar industry, be part of something that's happening, that is moving, it's growing, you need to contact us. How can they contact us?
Well, I would say the best way to
The
contact
best way.
us
Tell me the
is
best way, baby.
via email,
I like the way you say
which
that.
is PIFF, P-I-F-F, Umoja, U-M-O-J-A, at gmail.com. That's piffumoja@gmail.com. Also, you can go to pitonfilmfestival.org. That's PITONFILMFESTIVAL, pitonfilmfestival.org. And here's one of the pitons
Wait a
right
minute,
here.
I got a question for you. Are
Yes.
you a teacher?
I am a teacher.
Can I be in your class?
You may be in my
Ooh,
class a little bit.
Can I be in your apple too?
that's it.
And I'll be your sour. We in St. Louis, I'm gonna be your sour.
You gonna bring me some sour
I'm bring your
sap? You know I love
coconut.
mangoes.
Oh, mango.
They
I'll bring
get
your
the
mango.
best
I'll
grades.
bring your Julie mango.
Okay, I'll take a
I'm
Julie
gonna bring her
mango.
Julie mango. I
All
like
right.
that. Well, we're gonna say goodnight.
Yes.
Say goodbye.
And be sure, wait, before we close, make sure you stay abreast on the website, because
Social media too.
Piton, and on our Facebook page, because PIFF 2017, oh my goodness, is in collaboration with,
the North American Federation of Martial Artists.
yes,
And we're gonna be doing a world tournament here next year.
that's right,
Sensei Benny. Thank you,
Yes.
Sensei Benny.
Master Torres,
Master Torres.
yes.
It's gonna be awesome. Get yourself. Just take the whole month of August and piffifize it.
That's
Let's
right.
piffifize it. Let's put piff. This is August
Right.
is piff month. Piff.
Yes, we're pipping the Piton.
So we're here at Ted Paul. We'd like to thank Sister Maureen
Yes,
for wanting to know.
thank you.
If you come to St. Lucia, please stop here at Ted Paul. Support them here because they support us. I'm very serious about this. We support those who support us. And that's why I'm here. We came down here to Ted Paul to do this closing because I wanted to support Ted Paul and let people know it's here.
Yes.
And if you're going to you see people showing the Piton, they're doing this with the finger and stuff like that. This is Ted Paul. This is where they do it. This is the spot where they do it. So I'm just saying, come down to Ted Paul, support them, because the sister who's doing it, she's supporting us. She's doing a lot of work down here. So I want to thank everyone. The people of St. Lucia, thank you so much for keeping the island simply beautiful.
Yes.
Please do not let anyone tell you it's not. It is. St. Lucia is simply beautiful, and we're going to make it even better
That's
and
right.
better and better and better
That's
and
right.
better.
That's
like that.
right.
Better.
And it's important that you come so you're not singing the Sherwin Dupe song, feeling guilty
Oh,
about not being
guilty.
here.
Hey, Sherwin, man, thanks for singing for us on Saturday night, brother.
That's
I like
right.
that. I like that song.
I know it's
And
so
we're gonna be
good.
doing some work with him next year too.
Yes, we are.
Ooh, I
So
like
we
that.
have a lot of workshops coming next year. We have more great films, more great performances.
We might have more workshops than films.
We're gonna balance it out.
We're gonna balance it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need more than 1 week.
We might need which means
August,
we're gonna need-
PIFF-size.
That's right.
PIFF-size August.
And so now, have you learned how to piff?
Piff.
Right. That's it. All right. So from Piff Daddy himself,
And Piff Mama.
we will see you real soon.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
God bless. Love you. Peace.